All right, folks, Swamp Booger 1, back again. Got Ladybug and Ruger with me. Come on, let's go this way. And once again, I'm in Northwest Florida. It's almost dark. Hiking through a pretty nice little section of forest that's not going to be here much longer. As a matter of fact, I still hear bulldozers running. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but you can hear the beeping of heavy machinery off in the distance where they're clearing down all this forest. But not long ago, I was hiking through this very section of woods, and I heard something. I was on a main trail like this right here that's been cleared, and there was something coming up through some thick underbrush. It's a little ways up here. I'm going to show you where it's at, but it sounded bipedal. I mean, honestly, it sounded like somebody walking, and I wasn't very well armed at the time, and I got nervous, and the sound got louder and louder, and it was like whatever this was about to step out of the woods right onto this main trail. And I chickened out. I started power walking back out of here towards the truck. And this has been a couple months ago, but anyway, I've worked my nerve up and I've come back this evening. It's almost dark. This is around the same time, and we're gonna walk right past it if my battery holds out and memory holds out on my trusty Android. Come on, Rick. Whoops, sorry, stepped on the leash. So while I'm walking to it, I'll just kind of reiterate my feelings and thoughts on Sasquatch. Get out of there. No. Good God, it's like a soiled diaper. There's been a lot more people out here in these woods because they're getting ready to develop it. Like I said, they're off that way a mile or so right now, knocking it down. So if we want to hear anything, I figured I gotta do it while I can. And I've noticed they've put these reflective tape up, this pink tape. I don't know if that's marking some special kind of tree or what. Up here they got some more tape somewhere up here, and it's marking a gopher tortoise hole, which I'm glad they're getting those out before they develop it. I guess they'll take it out to Blackwater State Forest or something and let those turtles go and animals go out there. It's sad that they keep deforesting Northwest Florida. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're putting in houses everywhere. It's like everybody wants to move to Florida. Which I understand. I mean, hell, we got DeSantos. So, you know, we don't play no games down here in Florida. Just keep all the bullshit out. That's how I feel about that. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer, folks. Pretty soon we'll be up here where I heard these footsteps. And I'm not kidding. I really did hear this. And I'm also being very truthful when I tell you I got freaked out, chickened out. This, whatever it was about to step right out onto the trail. And I just like power walked past it. The dogs were just acting like they wanted to keep walking. They acted like they didn't even hear it. It was kind of odd. Very odd, actually. So I don't know what it was. sounded bipedal, but then again, with all the sticks and underbrush and leaves and pine needles and everything else we got on the ground, excuse me, it's it could have been an armadillo or a raccoon. But I don't know, it sounded heavy, and to me it sounded like a biped, moving slow too. It wasn't moving very fast. I thought I heard something move back that way. Maybe not. Yeah, so what else? What can I tell you guys? Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna reiterate to you guys about what I think Bigfoot is. I think it probably is Nephilim. I think these things probably live underground, okay? And there's certain places they come up at, that we, I think they live underground. They have to. These things are real. These things are real. And they're flesh and blood. They got to live underground. That's the only explanation as to why they're so elusive. So yeah, I'm thinking that they're Nephilim. Whatever those things in the Old Testament is, in the Bible, where it talks about, the sons of God came to the daughters of men and they had giants and this and that. Well, I'm thinking maybe a long time ago, they were common. And I think this information's been suppressed and buried. I think there really were giants. And I think these giants I think we pushed them to the outskirts of civilization. We pushed them out into the forests and the jungles and the mountains and the wild land, and they've turned wild. They've evolved, and they've grown hair to cover themselves. They may have grown bigger, stronger. Their feet could have adapted and evolved in a short period of time. I'm not talking about this Darwinian evolution bullshit. Where one species evolves into another, which there's absolutely no evidence for, by the way, despite all the misconceptions. I'm just talking about, listen, lady, shh, ladybug, lady, we're trying to listen, be still. There you go. Here's some traffic off in the distance. We're not super remote here, but this conjoins to a much larger forest. And I know there's bear in here and turkey and all kinds of stuff. But what I heard the other night freaked me out. Sorry, but I digress. I do that often. It is what it is. But what I was saying with the Nephilim, the Bigfoot, yeah. Bigfoot, whenever people do get hair samples and DNA samples, surprisingly, they come back human, or very close to human. Some people argue that, there's chimp DNA. Well, maybe along the lines, there was some type of genetic stuff going on back in the day. In ancient times, I'm talking. They could have been making, what do you call them things, chimeras or whatever, those hybrids, like half human, half horse, and half bear, half lion, and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they put some chimp in there with the Nephilim in the human mix. And, who knows? But at some point in time, I think we humans, with the help of God, eliminated these giants from in our civilization. Now, this is where they're at. Right out here. This is the only place they have to go. And I think they've just, I mean, that's my theory, folks. That's what I think Bigfoot is. I don't think it's no missing link. I don't think it's no highly evolved gorilla or gigantopithecus or whatever. No, I think these are human hybrids. That's that simple. They're mixed with whatever the Nephilim in the Old Testament is. I don't know what they were, but whatever they are, Bigfoot's got a lot of it in them. So I know one thing, we're getting very, very close to where it was that this thing was going to walk out on me a couple months ago, and I chickened out and hightailed it out of here. But hey, it was just me and these two little dogs. Nothing else. Yeah, I mean, come on. Most people would. Getting very, very close. You know, I hate that people do this. A bag of trash down here. I mean, a bag of trash, folks. I'm gonna drive way out in the middle of the woods and throw my bag of trash out the window. I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you're watching this channel, you're an asshole. To the person that done that, you are a bona fide asshole. Ruger smelling something. Something happened right there. Okay, here we go, folks. It's up here on the left. And I tell you what, it had started way back there around that bend. How that bend goes off to the left, we just went through. It started back there. I heard something over here off to my left, this side of the trail. I'm walking this way. It was on this side of the trail, paralleling me, okay? And I was walking pretty briskly. And at first, it was moving pretty briskly. But when I slowed down, it slowed down. And I stopped right up here. I'm about to show you guys. Hopefully my battery holds out and the data holds out. Because we're there. We are there. Right here is where it was at. There's trash strode all the way down here from these people. So yeah, I stopped about right here. And this was a couple of months ago, so that stuff was even thicker, believe it or not, than it is now. And I was just standing here, and I heard it coming from that way, paralleling me. Sounded to me, if I had to guess, that it was maybe 50 to 75 feet deep back in there. That's just the estimate. And then it started walking closer towards me as I'm standing right here in the middle of this trail. The way out's up there. It's not that much further to the way out. And, oh, that's the dog moving. I thought I heard it again. This thing came up right up to the edge of this wood line. And it was about to step out, man. And I was looking in there trying to see movement and stuff. And I couldn't see anything, but it sounded like it was right there. It sounded heavy, sounded bipedal. It sounded like it was about to step out. And I mean, these little trees right here were moving. It was so close, like it was about to step out. And I hightailed it, man. I started backing up like this, walking backwards. And just watching that spot right there. That spot off right there. To the right. And man, I backed all the way out. There's the exit. There's the exit to the trail up there. I walked all the way backwards. So I'm here. The other night I didn't have my phone. I'm here tonight. I got my phone. And of course, when you bring your phone, doesn't anything happen. But I'm still faithful. I'm still faithful that I'm going to record one of these things, and I'm going to prove to everyone, hopefully, God willing, that, yeah, the Bigfoot's real. They're out here. what they are, well, you guys know my theory. But is that what they are for sure? No, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it sounds more plausible than a lot of the other stuff I'm hearing when you really think about it. But it's a mystery left to be uncovered, and God willing, I'm going to uncover it for you guys. So anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going home, about to eat dinner. You guys keep checking back, hit like and subscribe, and just hang in there with me. Give me time, folks. I'm going to show you guys Bigfoot's for real. There's a time and a place for everything, and the time and place for me revealing Bigfoot is coming soon. So you guys just keep it real.